South of Switzerland, in the middle of the mountains, and
beautiful.
I work as a primary school teacher. I have first graders, and then I move them to second grade, and then I start first grade again. So I will start next week, first grade. And I live with my boyfriend together. And yeah, life's good.
Last time I guess I was working on a boat. So I got off the boat 2 years later, I guess, 2.5 years later. Moved to Alexandria, Virginia, and now work with search and rescue satellites. Do that for 3 years, and then probably in about 6 months or so, 3 to 6, who knows, maybe 13 months, somewhere in there, I'll go back to sea again on another boat. And I am dating someone now, so.
I'm living in Toronto. There's no other Canadians here, so I can't really say it's the center of the universe. Understood. I graduated university with a bachelor's degree in fine arts, and for the past 3 years I've been working with IBM Global Services, setting up their customer and corporate accounts. That's what I call my day job, and then I also have 2 businesses that I own and run myself. One is a production company for amateur theater. I'm trying to get it through these 4 starving artists that you don't have to lose money on the show. And the other one is one that I'm just starting up right now. It's called IEatWise.com. And it's actually an educational program we want to sell to the schools to teach not only the kids who are going through all the grades how to eat properly, make healthy choices, but we also want to open it out to their teachers. We also want to give the tools to the family as well. And that's about it. My life is work right now.
Since our last reunion, Jason, we got busy. Well, I met Avinash and Andrew. Andrew's 7 months and Avinash is 3.5. We moved to Florida. We live in Winter Haven, which is about 45 minutes from Orlando. We're moving to India, hopefully in January of next year. Looking forward to build a house there, so it's about 7 minutes from my parents in Pune. And you're all welcome. What's that? You're now doing real estate, so that keeps me.
I studied law and finished it 2 years later with a second examination. I started up as a counselor in a social firm. Wasn't very happy there. 4 months later, I started counseling unemployed people. I've done that now for 1 year, 9 months. And after having the older ones between 25 and 62, I have now the younger ones, what is really interesting. Between 18 and 24, we are so different and we were. Yeah, and that's about it. Like in my private life, nothing changed very much. I'm still living alone in my apartment, and yeah, I'm fine with that so far.
Hello. Yes, so Jeff and I are together. You all know. January, I moved down to Alexandria, and I am a speech pathologist. So since last reunion, I finished my master's degree and initially worked with a preschool program in a school for children with all different kinds of disorders, autism, Down syndrome, all different things. So I worked with little ones first, and I loved it. But then when I moved down to Alexandria, I work with a company that places me in different spots, and I'm working with adults now, which I actually also love. I was petrified when I first did it. Thought I was going to need it, but I love it. It's really fun. Yeah, I have lots of beautiful nieces and nephews, and a really awesome family, and a very tall boyfriend. I guess.
So since last reunion, I started travel nursing. I've been doing travel nursing for about 3 years now. I didn't know, I had to leave my job and didn't like the area or the boyfriend. So I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, I have friends all over the country. Let's just go see them. So I spent 5 months with Megan. We lived together and helped each other out. And so I worked in Philly, and then went to Atlanta, worked down there for a while. Then I was back up to Pennsylvania. Then I went to Virginia. So, and now I met Tom, and we're we were in Virginia, and now we've moved up to Rhode Island because he's in the Navy, so this travel thing's working out for us. We're just going to travel around, so I'll come and visit. If you're ever near a port, or if you're on the ocean, because for the Navy we kind of need that. So, and yeah, as you know, we just got married and got a dog.
Hey guys. Let's see, I am also on the ocean.
Okay.
Very nearby to Becky, as I just found out. I live in Salem, Massachusetts with my fiance, Dominic, who many of you met at the last reunion. We've been together for about 7.5 years now. Yeah. We're getting married in November, so unfortunately we won't be able to be at Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade because we're actually getting married the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I have been in grad school for the past, so when I last saw you guys, I just finished college. Now I'm back in school. I worked for 2 years at Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, and now I'm in grad school. I've been there for the past 3 years. I've got about 2 years left. My degree will be in chemical oceanography.
Give the full name, Kristin. Give the long.
Oh,
the whole name.
MIT Hui Joint Program in Oceanography / Applied Ocean Science and Engineering. Yeah.
That means she's smart.
Can't name a program. The worst name ever. Yeah, so that's where I'm getting my degree from. Oh, and since everyone I think has finished eating, I study whale blubber. But yeah. You want to know more? Probably don't, but if you do, I can tell you about it. Yeah, so we're in Salem. We just bought a house. For those of you visiting Boston, Salem is about a half-hour train ride away. Very easy, and we have an extra bedroom. So we'd love to have you.
My studies of architecture last month.
Yay!
I was afraid the reunion is in July, so I couldn't have that come. I got a job right away, and I'm working as an architect in Aachen. It's an hour away from Cologne at that time, so only 1 hour away from Aachen. And I lived there together with my boyfriend for 2 years now, since 2 years now, and we're together since 8 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's good. I'm very happy and everything's great. Yeah.
I live in Denver and have since the 5-year reunion, and about a year and a half ago, I finished my master's in business administration with a concentration in finance, and then shortly thereafter got a job in finance for Wells Fargo Bank. So I'm actually looking for jobs in Connecticut because I want to move back to where my family is in Wisconsin. And I'm not married and I don't have any kids, but I did make the decision today to adopt a 7-month-old Indian boy.
I live in Memphis, like I did last reunion. Finished my master's in general psychology with a concentration in child development. Worked as a home-based family and child therapist for a couple of years for an organization called Youth Villages. It's a nonprofit. We have operations in 7 states and work with low-income families that are on Medicaid. And typically the kids are involved in the juvenile justice system. And I was on call a lot and going into very bad neighborhoods. Most of the kids I worked with were in gangs and that sort of thing. So I was offered a position in the same company working in a business role as a contract coordinator. So I travel a lot, going to new states, meeting with their Medicaid departments, juvenile justice and child welfare departments to try to get us new contracts in new states. So, live with Josh, my boyfriend, who's here at the pool, having a lot of fun on the water slide probably. And we